Hello everyone, welcome back to biodiverse Academy Bengaluru. This is topic of the day. Today we'll discuss about IUCN World Heritage Outlook for 2025. We'll discuss what is this World Heritage Outlook and also we'll discuss what is this IUCN and global findings, and also in that report there was an exclusive section which was covering Western Ghats of India. So we'll discuss everything in detail. Before we jump into the discussion, let us understand what this IUCN is. IUCN is an international government organization or NGOs, non-government organization. It was founded in 1948 and headquartered in Gland, Switzerland. Gland, Switzerland is a headquarter. So, and about IUCN, more important topics or more important points is that it is an organization which covers nations, scientists, communities, NGOs, everyone. Okay, so international governmental organization, sorry, international environmental organization, and also there are 1,400 member organizations, which includes all these nations, scientists, communities, NGOs, etc., etc. And NGO, sorry, this IUCN is the oldest as well as largest environmental organization in the world, and it is the only environmental organization which has a membership status in United Nations. Very important point. And some of the important works of this IUCN is it helped forming CITES, Convention International Trade in Endangered Species. It also helped in forming the traffic which deals with again trade of endangered animals, and also it helped in formation of World Wide Fund or World Wildlife Fund as well, and also it was involved in formation of this Earth Hour along with World Wide Fund. And there are many other environmental organizations which have been created by IUCN, and other important work of IUCN is it provides red list where it categorizes different species into near threatened, vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered, extinct, and extinct in the wild and extinct, based on the number of these individuals in the species, and also based on the recent decline in their numbers. Based on that, they have been categorized into different species. And also it also helps in formation of biosphere reserves as well. It also has a role in formation of biosphere reserves, which is found under UNESCO Man and MAB, Man and Biosphere Program. So IUCN is also has a role in this particular thing. So you can see IUCN is a very important and significant institution at the international level, which is an NGO sort of organization which includes both governments as well as non-governments. Okay, next let us discuss about this report. What is the name of the report? The name of the report is World Heritage Outlook. Okay, it evaluates the conservation status of natural and mixed UNESCO World Heritage sites globally. Okay, we all know there is UNESCO World Heritage sites. In these World Heritage sites, there are three categories. One is cultural. The best example for this can be our own Hampi or Ajanta Ellora, and other one is natural, and the best example for this natural is Western Ghats or Himalayan ecosystem, and the third one is mixed, which has both cultural and natural significance. For example, the best example for this is Kanchenjunga National Park. So they have been categorized into three types. What does this World Heritage Outlook do? It only checks the status of natural and mixed World Heritage sites. Okay, hopefully it is clear now. Okay, so it doesn't look into this Hampi, Ellora, etc., etc. Then this is the fourth edition, which assesses around 271 sites across the world, examining their conservation outlook and management effectiveness to guide the future protection efforts. So total 271 natural and mixed UNESCO World Heritage sites across the world have been evaluated, and it is the fourth edition of the comprehensive global evaluation since the program's inception. Next, what is the global conservation trends? What does the report suggest? The 2025 assessment reveals a concerning decline in conservation outlook across the World Heritage sites globally. So 62%. What is this? It is the sites rated good or improving in 2020. There are 62% of the natural and mixed heritage sites which were in good or improving category, but now there is only 57%. So sites are rated at good or improving, that is there is a decrement of almost 5% natural heritage sites which have been removed from good or improving status. Next, there has been a notable increase in the sites which are classified as significant concern or critical. Significant concerns are critical indicates escalating threats to natural heritage worldwide. So, under this World Heritage Outlook, the sites have been categorized into different categories, of which one is good and other is improving, then is significant concern, and then is critical. So according to the report, the number of sites in good or improvement or improving have been reducing, but the sites in significant concern or critical are increasing, which is very concerning. Next, major global threats. Climate change. According to the report, climate change has been the major cause of concern in this particular wildlife threat. So affects 43% of all the sites, causing habitat shifts as well as extreme weather events. Because of climate change, extreme weather events like floods, like droughts, urban floods, etc., are on the rise. Because of the climate change, these extreme weather events have become more frequent, very important, more frequent as well as more intense, very important. So the intensity as well as frequency is on the rise because of climate change. Then invasive alien species impacts 1/3 of the sites, disrupting the native ecosystem. What is this invasive alien species? Meaning they are alien to a particular ecosystem. For example, this is an ecosystem present in South America. For example, this is an ecosystem present in South America. Now you are introducing any animal from the ecosystem in Asia. For example, consider this ecosystem from India. Now consider this. Tiger is natural to Indian ecosystem or Asian ecosystem. Now imagine introduction of tiger into ecosystem of South America. Is this invasive? First, is this alien? Obviously it is alien because South America doesn't have the natural tiger population. So it becomes alien. When does this become invasive? When it starts destroying the ecosystem. So which is the major or top predator in South America? It is jaguar or caimans, etc. Is tiger bigger than jaguar? Is tiger bigger than caiman? Obviously yes. So it is going to impact the habitat and survival of jaguars. These are the native species. Since it is alien and it is also impacting the ecosystems of the native species, it will be considered as invasive alien species. Okay. Similarly, there have been various cases where from Africa, catfishes were included in Asia, where these catfishes were introduced into North America, and one of the famous case is about this Burmese python. Okay, so Burmese python, these were introduced into North America or America, USA as pets, then because they reproduce very frequently, because their reproduction capacity is very high, they became invasive in the North America. Now there is a drive in North America where they are catching this Burmese python and then they have been released back to Asia. Okay, because they are harming the native species, they are harming the native ecosystem. Okay, recently there was a report that Indian snake catchers were hired by North America to catch these Burmese pythons because they are excellent in catching these kind of snakes. Okay, this is invasive alien species. Next, emerging pathogens. What is this emerging pathogens? It increased from 2% to 9% between 2020 to 2025. These pathogens are impacting animals particularly, biodiversity particularly. For example, we can talk about, recently we discussed about common wasting disease, as popularly known as zombie deer disease, which was impacting the deer population in the North America and Asia and Europe as well. Previously, it was only found in North America. Now it has been transferring to Africa, Asia, Europe as well. Okay. Then, apart from this, development pressures, obviously. So there is always an age-old conflict between the development and the environmental conservation. Urbanization, mining, tourism is threatening the site integrity. So these are the major reasons why most of the sites have been included in critical or significant concern from the good or improvement category. Next, moving to the management and financing gaps. This report also suggests there have been issues in financing and management. What is this? First, effective conservation requires robust governance as well as adequate funding, and there are significant gaps persist globally. That is, only 50% of the sites have effective governance structures in place. Then 15% of the sites face severe funding shortages, which is limiting the conservation activities. Cross-border cooperation remains insufficient for transboundary sites, and sustainable financing mechanisms are urgently needed. Okay, so along with the threats to these sites, there is also issue of management and financing gaps. Okay, next, regional overview. According to the report, in Africa, some sites are showing improvement through community-based conservation initiative, which is a good news in this case. Next, in Latin America, that is the Central America as well as South America, progress in certain protected areas despite the ongoing deforestation pressures, especially in the Amazon region. Next, Asia Pacific. Rising development and climate threats are challenging the conservation efforts. And in the small island states, highly vulnerable to sea level rise and extreme weather events. Recently, I made a video about Tuvalu. Tuvalu. So, which is a 26 square kilometer island nation which is present in Pacific Ocean. So, which is only 4 meters above the sea level, which will be the first island nation around the world which is going to be submerged if there is a rise in sea level beyond certain limit. So as a result, there is a climate visa agreement between Tuvalu and Australia where people are being given visa according to the climate. This is the climate visa where people from Tuvalu are given visa to settle in Australia. Okay, so these small island nations or states are very vulnerable to rise in extreme weather events. This is the global regional review of this World Heritage Outlook. Now, there is a spotlight on Western Ghats. Why? According to the UNESCO serial site, Western Ghats comprises 39 components areas spanning 6 Indian states recognized for exceptional biodiversity and monsoon regulation. 6 Indian states. What are the 6 Indian states? Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Goa, Gujarat. Next, rated significant concern in 2025 report due to the mounting pressures. Okay, so previously it was in good or improving, now it has been included in significant concern. So first, the global significance of Western Ghats. It is very critical for monsoon regulation system. It acts as a divider for monsoons. Okay, which if this is India, the Arabian Sea branch of monsoons are stopped by the Western Ghats. As a result, it results in rainfall over the Deccan regions of India. So there is again one more branch, that is Bay of Bengal branch, which will be stopped by Eastern Ghats and Amarkantak region, etc., etc. That is secondary. But for us, monsoon regulation is very critical because of Western Ghats. Next, exceptionally high endemism rates. That is, what is endemism? Endemism is where species are found only in that particular area. Those kind of species are called as endemic species. This particular region is so ancient and so dense and so significant that it showcases high endemism, meaning the species found in this region are not found anywhere in the world. Next, one of the world's biodiversity hotspots. Okay, so in India there are 4 biodiversity hotspots. One is Western Ghats, other one is Sunda, other one is Himalaya, another one is Indo-Burma. Next, water source for millions. So because it acts as a water divide in India, especially the southern region, which results in most of the rivers in southern India, such as Krishna, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Pennar, Periyar. All these rivers are being fed by Western Ghats. Next, key threats to the Western Ghats. According to the report, major threats to the Western Ghats are development and land use change, infrastructure expansion, and urbanization fragmenting the habitats. This was also showcased and concerns were raised by two of the reports, that is Kasturi Rangan as well as Gadgil report. They also showed the rampant developmental or mining or urbanization in Western Ghats is going to lead to very bad implications, which was one of the main reason behind the Wayanad landslide. Next, habitat degradation, that is forest loss and ecosystem fragmentation, is reducing the biodiversity. Then climate change, that is altered rainfall patterns and shifting species habitats. Next, invasive species and pathogens, that is non-native species are threatening endemic flora and fauna. Then governance and funding gaps, weak institutional frameworks and insufficient resources. These are the major reasons which are a threat to Western Ghats. Next, recommended actions according to the report. First is integrated landscape management. That is, there should be coordination in conservation across administrative boundaries and stakeholders. Second one is climate resilience measures. Implement adaptation strategies to protect ecosystems from the climate impacts. The resilience or the protection strategies should also consider the climate resilience or climate change issues. Then restoration and species control. Restore degraded habitats and manage invasive species effectively. Next, sustainable infrastructure. Plan development projects with minimal ecological footprint. Finally, community participation, that is engaging the local communities in equitable governance and conservation. And the final one is enhanced monitoring, that is strengthen monitoring systems and secure sustainable financing. So these are the recommended actions given by report. So the path forward should be protecting the Western Ghats means protecting India's climate, water and biodiversity. So they are very insignificant for India. Global challenges, natural heritage worldwide faces unprecedented strain from the climate change, development and inadequate governance. And the local opportunity is that Western Ghats represent both a conservation challenge and an opportunity for transformative action. If we are able to replicate the transformative action in Western Ghats, it will serve as an example for rest of the sites throughout the world. So there is urgent collaboration needed, which the collaboration should be between governments, scientists and communities must work together to ensure sustainable heritage conservation for future generations. So this is today's topic of the day. I think I have covered this topic holistically. So if you like the video, then please hit the like button, comment on it and also share with your friends. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any notification. And if you want any other topics to be discussed, if you want any series from us for the UPSC prelims or UPSC any other topics, do write in the comment box. We are going to bring different series mainly for the UPSC prelim specific series. With this, I will end the video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.